pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We get into the meeting, we do have to take Julie Bell. We have a certificate. We just take a quick picture. I mean, it's for 15 years. Yes, this is your 15-year certificate of appreciation. Much appreciated. Great job. Step into
the chambers for the photo.
Anything you'd like to say, Phil?
Yep, she's done a great job, and I am pleased that you, when the opportunity came, you stepped up and you've been a great help, and I look forward to working with you on a couple challenges this year.
Yeah. Me too.
Okay.
Great.
Want to take a quick minute to get that done? Okay, hope that everyone a chance to approve the minutes from last week. What will be supposed to your motion? First by legislator Hicks, second by legislator. That's always good. Yeah, perfect. Under done that. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Carries. Okay, under government courts and consumer affairs, we did have an ad. And this is the resolution appointing acting assigned council plan administrator for the county of Oswego. First by legislator Holt. Second by legislator House. All those in favor? Oh,
Just introduce her, Richard Lakefield.
up here, I'm sorry. Papers, you get caught up just going through. Welcome aboard. Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Welcome aboard. Okay, on to PS1. Resolution authorizing budgetary modification, Sheriff's Office transfer from Insurance Recovery Auditor's Office to Automotive Supplies and Repair. First by legislator Holt, second by legislator Lockwood. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. PS2. Resolution authorizing approval of Oswego County's 2024 staff DWI plan, and the chairman of the legislature can be authorized to execute any related documents. Motion moves to by legislator Lockwood, second by legislator Holst. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carries. PS5. Resolution authorizing budgetary modification, creating one full-time position, deleting one part-time position in the Office of Emergency Management. The motion moved. First by legislator Lockwood, second by legislator Solid. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carries. Okay. 6. Resolution authorizing the deletion of 2 positions in the Sheriff's Office and the Drug Task Force. Motion. First by legislator Soloway, second by legislator Holt. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carries. On to PS7. Resolution authorizing the creation of 2 positions in the Office of the District Attorney. First by legislator Soloway, second by legislator Holt. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That carries. HS1, resolution authorizing the budgetary modification of the Department of Social Services to fund eligibility verification assistance automated system. First by legislator House, second by legislator Lockwood. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? That carries. HS2, resolution authorizing budgetary modification, Department of Social Services to accept state funds for rental supplement program. For motion. First by legislator Lockwood, second by legislator House. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carries. Just 4, resolution authorizing budgetary modification, Department of Social Services for Laserfish reel upgrade. First by legislator Soloway, second by legislator Holtz. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carries. Resolution authorizing budgetary modification, Department of Social Services overtime. First by legislator Soloway, second by legislator Holtz. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carries. HS 6, resolution authorizing budgetary modification, Department of Social Services to accept state funds for Safe Harbor program. Move it. First by legislator House, second by legislator Lockwood. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carries. On to EP1, resolution authorizing budgetary modification, capital project number 95, Department of Community Development, Tourism and Planning, Public Transit, Capital Funds, Mobility Management. Looking for a first? Oh,
Mr.
what's that?
Mr. Chairman, we skipped HS 3.
Oh, thank you for catching that. Okay, we're on EP1. Let's get this one done first. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That carries. And we'll go back to HS 3. Resolution authorizing budgetary modification, Department of Social Services to accept federal funds for non-residential domestic violence services. First by legislator Soloway, second by legislator House. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That carries. Now I believe. HE1, resolution adding New York State health worker bonus funds to Oswego County Health Department preventative health budget. Promotion move. First by legislator Lockwood, second by legislator Soloway.
Raven, is that the one that Health Committee amended?
Yes.
All right, so we need to cast the amendment.
We did.
Oh, you're not.
No, we passed out. I thought they already.
Do they have a copy of the amendment? Yeah, make sure you're passing the right version. Yeah, it goes to the.
Oh, understood.
Yes, because you get your packets at the same time, all the previous committees get their packets, so if you change it, you don't have.
I see.
The only change was, and that we said that started this year, it did not, it started in 2022 of August, that was the change.
So the changes in that second whereas?
And then second, yeah.
Okay. Looking for a motion to pass HE1 as amended. First by legislator Holtz, second by legislator Lockwood. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. And on to IT1, resolution authorizing budgetary modification central services supplement existing capital project to fund audio visual upgrades. First by legislator House, second by legislator Holtz. That wasn't the other one I needed. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. IT3, resolution authorizing budgetary modification Department of Solid Waste to establish a capital project number 0324 for Bristol Hill Landfill Cell Number 5 expansion, solid waste unappropriated fund balance to capital project number 0324. Motion moved, first by legislator Holtz, second by legislator Lockwood. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That carries. On to FD1. I'll leave the or we need to amend, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. Amendments?
I got it. You only want to do something one.
Absolutely, yeah. FD1, resolution closing capital project 0822 of 2022 and authorizing the remaining funds to be transferred to the purchasing department's operating budget. We need that.
Yes, and everybody should have copies of the amended resolution. The original returned all 11,000, or put all 11,000 in the purchasing department, but they only need 7,200 of it for the contract program. And as of our rules, when you close out a capital project, any money left over, you put it back where it came from, it's the amount of fund balance. So in your amended version of that 11,000, 7 and change goes to purchasing for the contract program. The rest is going back to fund balance.
Agree with that? Looking for a motion to move as amended. So first by legislator Soloway, second by legislator Holt. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carries. Okay. And FP2, resolution authorizing capital project closures and transfer of project balance. This too needs to be amended.
Yeah, as you know, every year, budget analyst auditor Veronica Turner goes through all the capital projects, cleans them up, identifies what can be closed, and return balances to the reserves and fund balance or wherever they money originally came from. That's what this does. The original version contained about $700,000 in revenues from state and federal government that were originally budgeted in the capital project, but were not received because they were not needed and didn't spend it. So the new version returns a little over $800,000 back to reserves and fund balance and closes out those projects.
For a motion to move as amended. First by legislator Holtz, second by legislator Lockwood. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carries. Maybe first up is to set salary for the energy recovery facility ship supervisor at salary grade 40 at $73,360. Okay, first by legislator Holtz, second by legislator House. Any discussion? Don't have any. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carries. Okay. Set salary for weights and measures director at salary grade 30 at $64,500. First by legislator House, second by legislator Holtz. All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Carries. Okay. On to set salary for 2 district attorney investigator positions. Salary grade 40, step 15 at $68,482. Salary, second by legislator Holt. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carries. Okay, we're on to Jewel.
So as of February of this year, total savings to date of $891,794, which is, it's roughly about $36,000 less than this time last year, but I believe it's because of filling positions and whatnot, number of items to be attributed to that aspect of that. Also, what I want to bring up with some pretty neat things that my staff are doing in my department. So last month, two of my staff members, they performed mock interviews with college students that are preparing to graduate, from Oswego. That's going to be a continuing thing. I think that's fantastic. We used to go into the high school and do that with seniors in the government class, which that's kind of fun to do, to kind of present them and prepare them for interviews in the real world. They also went and presented at an HR class at SUNY Oswego and discussed the civil service, what jobs the county holds, and basically what types of duties they perform in our office. Just yesterday, they attended a career fair at SUNY Oswego, which that's always successful and a good turnout. And then last week, they actually went to Hannibal Middle School class, it's a career exploration class. We kind of discussed that's been the second time I believe they've done that. The kids really get a lot out of that and excited to hear all of that. Also, I know a lot of you are aware that the state has finally implemented and expanded on the HELP program that we already have. But as you know, we were the first in the state to get approval. Right now, we have 6 titles that are approved in the HELP program. But my HR administrator and myself just roughly sat down and was going over our provisionals and what lists that are non-mandatory that we have, and flagged about 17 additional titles. As of right now, we're still going to take a look at it, but there are some, pretty strict guidelines. So it's not, yes, they say it's across the board. Yes, it is, but you have to meet certain criteria. So as soon as lists become non-mandatory, we can do a rules resolution to the state to get certain titles put on competitive class. But right now we're preparing, I think we have a public hearing scheduled for this month to submit a rules resolutions change to the state. So we'll include 17 additional titles that can be added. Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon. I passed around to the committee a summary analysis of state budgets, whole state budget's impact on the county. You actually have 3 different reports in there. The first is summary of anticipated impacts to our county operations. I want to thank the department heads for working on that and giving me the information back on what they saw coming down the road as a result of the state's 24-25 budget. Immediately after that is NISAC's testimony before the joint legislative body in the state regarding the impact over all the counties of different points in the governor's budget. And the third is the initial analysis NISAC did of almost everything in the governor's budget that's going to impact counties. The one you're probably most interested in is the first one, but I wanted to give you all the background as well. Rather than taking an hour and going through all this, I'd encourage you to read it. But my overall impression is, as you know, last year's state budget was devastating for counties. It forced us to spend several million more. One of the biggest problems was Medicaid and the FMAP that they did not give us, and then one doesn't pay more. It was very difficult. Compared to that, this budget's fairly benign. It doesn't do a lot to hurt us. It doesn't do a lot to help us save money, maybe in a few ways. But where it forces us to spend more, it's relatively small amounts. So in that regard, it's good. And we did since learn NISAC state. I'm sorry, Tony, I'm sitting here, but the state is going to increase mandatory district attorney pays again. It's going to be on the county's dime. In addition to what you read in here, takeaway though from the NISAC conference last week regarding the state budget. The state, on the good side, has finally replenished a lot of its reserves. On the bad side, the operational budgets year to year for the state, they're projecting multi-billion dollar deficits. When that happens, they usually turn to the counties as a piggy bank and try to force us to spend more and cover more of their bills. And we are starting to hear talk about breaching the Medicaid cap, which has been in place for several years. For those not familiar, the Medicaid cap, all counties' Medicaid expenditures are capped, I believe, at the 2015 or 16 level, so that as costs of Medicaid grow, the state takes on the cost of that growth. We don't pay anything more than we did in that capped year. We pay over $25 million a year now. It's about $500,000 we send to Albany of our local tax money every Tuesday. Before the cap was in place, Medicaid was increasing in leaps and bounds, just like it is now. What causes the cost increases is the cost of medical care, but also the state expanding deliberately the eligibility for Medicaid. Leaps and bounds met back in the early 2000s. It could go up several million a year in 1 year on us. It's one of the things that contributed to the budget crisis you've heard me talk about in 2004, 2003. So we're worried that the state may be looking at changing that cap in order to get us to pay more into the Medicaid system. As we hear more, I'll keep you up to date, but it's a fight that we're going to have to get ready for, that I would suggest we get ready for in terms of lobbying and getting our information together sooner rather than later. So that in the 25-26 budget, the state proposes to increase what we have to pay, we can do our best to fight it.
Thank you, Phil.
The other item I wanted to bring you up to speed on is the Burke compensation study. We did finally get a comparison of benefits. So we have the salary and the benefits side. I believe I shared that with my email with all legislators and department heads. So the next step is I will be meeting with employees to explain these things to them, so that everybody's got the same information. There's a lot of rumors out there, some negative, some positive, and I think it's best that employees have somebody come out and talk to them and let them know what the information is, give them a chance to ask questions. So it's something I'm going to be doing during March. We're scheduling those now. And I'm looking forward to getting out to all the departments in the year.
Okay. Thank you, Phil. Our county treasurer is on vacation, but I believe he inserted a thing on the package to show the sales tax analysis. So that brings us on to purchasing.
Right now, we're in the process of setting up refresher training for our contract management system. Hopefully, April and May we'll have that set up. And once the year end is completed, we will start our inventory of all our capital assets, department by department. I know IT has already started inventory of non-capital asset computer hardware and software, but we're going to do the actual capital assets. And Munis has something called an e-procurement module. And we are going to start testing that module. And what that will do is some vendors, instead of employees going into the Amazon website, ordering what they want, then going into Munis and putting in a requisition, they'll be able to go into Munis, hit a button, it'll bring them to the Amazon website, they'll place their orders, it'll be imported into Munis, into their requisition. So right now there's probably 10 vendors that we have that participate, so we'll start the testing and with Amazon, and then if it works well, then we'll start turning on all the vendors that have that ability.
Sounds good. Hopefully make it easier.
Don't
Okay.
make it too easy to spend money.
Okay.
I want people to use the system.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Understand, I believe that's it. We covered all the additional, everything. Okay, motion for the approval. Legislator House, second by Legislator Holt. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Thank you.